Well, welcome to our second video in our series about the natural gifts of each of the 4 types and a better understanding of those gifts. And if you have not watched the type 1 video, there's a link in the copy that you can click on to view that one. We thought it was great, right?
Yes,
It was great.
We had a good time. So again, joining me is my expert panel of all 4 types to talk about their experience with, now we're entering the experience of the gift of type 2s, which is details, asking questions to gather information, doing research. You are a detail gatherer. Michelle is our natural expert on this because it's just what you do.
Yeah.
It's a natural function of you, and that's with an intent to serve a plan or a purpose or a certain experience. So share with us how you now, again, this is it's just your operating system. In fact, energy profiling, if anything, helped you observe something that just happens all the time naturally.
Yeah. So when I'm asked to do something, I immediately jump to the details and researching and trying to figure out what's going to be the best thing to do. If somebody else is in charge, I ask a lot of questions because I want to make sure that they're going to be happy with what I'm doing and how I'm doing it. So it's more about them and their comfort and their happiness with me and what I'm doing.
And supporting them. What if it's a function of that there's something you want to buy or something you want to, a vacation you want to go on, or do you do a lot of research and gather a lot of details? And why is that important to get those details?
Just because I want to make sure that I'm comfortable with the outcome and to just make sure that it's going to be more supportive to me of what.
So you're familiarizing yourself with your options.
Yeah.
And do you get overwhelmed at times with details?
I really
and that's probably good insight to know you have this gift because it can take over.
Yeah. For example, when I've been asked to do videos here, you would not believe the hours that I spend in my head thinking about every single detail and being able to make sure that I'm teaching the concept well and that the women are going to be able to really understand.
Because what are you more concerned about? That you're knowledgeable on it, or that the experience the viewer's having, that it's comfortable for them, and that you're serving that, the role you play, that it supports their experience?
A little bit of both. I want to be knowledgeable on it, but I also want to make sure that the people watching really get something out of it.
That I would say is weighted a little more, though. I think that probably is a priority, is the other person's experience with you, because of that being sensitive and wanting others to be supported.
Yeah, and I'm not good with last minute things, so when I come, I have to go through in my mind everything I'm going to say, because I can't just speak on the fly. That's so uncomfortable for me.
Someday we have to videotape our pre-record phase, because you got her sitting here ready to go, and Deborah. The 2 and the 4 are in place, on time, with their notes in hand, and their clipboards, their notebooks.
And these 2 fly in. What are we filming today? What is what doing? It's like, what?
Okay, I'm rolling with that.
She's getting her hair fixed. She's throwing on her clothes. No, it's true.
Deborah and I were just joking about that earlier.
Yes, I know, but the irony is, they seem to pull it off. They do.
You're like,
honoring yourselves. Yes,
you're like, that's not supportive to me though at all.
Yeah,
and so I'm great if they want to do it. That's great, but that is
it's
so
not like I
me.
didn't read the notes.
Oh,
but I didn't read
all
the notes. Right?
Okay, our turn. Our turn.
Okay.
You skim those notes.
Oh, I absolutely.
Skim those notes.
There's no way I'm reading every single word on that page. Not that I don't think they're important. I'm sure that they are. I just give me the bullet points. That's all I need. Let me roll. I don't.
Yeah, we can be. See, and I want to, for the benefit of all the type 3s and the type 3 people in your world, just know that we get it, that we're going to miss some details. I will speak for the entire population of type 3 human beings.
Thank you.
I am self-admitting we will miss some details. My intention is I am always aware of the most important details and only missing the most insignificant. So, true story, I skimmed the notes. I did not read the note from my type 2 daughter, who very, very beautifully puts these details together for us.
For today.
For today's filming. I did not read the wear green.
I did read that.
I did not read that.
But
am I wearing green? Just saying, that intention carried me through once again.
Yeah.
Somehow, intuitively, I just pulled green out of my closet.
Well, and I
That's
think
so
there's
great.
something there to that, though. Like, even though maybe you subconsciously read that every single
Well,
word
I'm
or
saying
something.
that intention. I'm
Yeah.
aware of the most important details, and I'm missing
Yeah.
the least significant. I'm going to miss some. Okay.
I mean, I cannot confirm that more. I mean,
Yes.
there has been more
we
times,
get enough.
yes.
We gather enough details to move forward.
Yours is about
I'm
Well,
ready
we
to go.
did. Give me the bullet.
Got to move in
Yeah.
action.
Hers is about being comfortable and making sure her audience is comfortable. Yours is about getting from A to B with
Yeah.
the least
What about you?
details are not my strength.
Okay, Deborah.
It's true. It's true that details. I struggle with that the most of all the gifts. That's the one that I could use some work on, and so it helps me. The most important thing I find with details is to talk things through with someone who is detail oriented, who will ask the questions.
Okay, so you source
Yes.
someone.
So I source
Good for you.
someone to actually kind of balance that, and then I've had to over time learn patience when expressing a quick idea or any concept to someone who I know is a very strong type 2, and to be patient with their questions, because in the end,
Well, now
their
you know they're
questions-
just supporting you.
I was going to say it supports me in the end, but I haven't always known that in my life.
Yeah, that was an
We want you to
aha.
be
yes,
happy.
yes, it's an aha.
That was an aha
It's
for me today. It's because you want that person to
right.
feel supported.
Yeah.
That was a
And
good
it's something
insight.
I need. I need to have that kind of feedback, and I have learned to be more patient with it because it's a great exchange.
Well,
way.
that's where we are team members in family systems. Draw on the strengths of each other's gifts, and then build the correct teams in your businesses and your other
Right.
pursuits in life, so that you have these benefits. And so, Deborah, think we're going to end with type 4, because I really want to kind of bold and highlight this. But a lot of type 4 people will think details are really, really important to me. What they're missing is details are very different than being thorough.
Yeah.
Type 4s are thorough. Details serve a function, and I'd love for you to speak to that to help people understand that variation.
Well, we always have that big picture in the backs of our minds, and that's what drives us, inspires us in everything. And so, yes, we're very thorough. We want to have all the knowledge that we can attain in whatever we're working on, and to be as helpful as we can, and to really become an expert in what we're working on. And
So those details support that developing that expertise.
right.
So you can be thorough.
So we can at least, so we can be thorough and have a complete understanding of what we're working on, because that helps us to move forward to the next stage. We can't move forward to the next stage unless we feel that we're comfortable in that thoroughness, in that knowledge, and that it's complete enough to move forward.
So let's just end with a real quick example, because I really want to differentiate. It's real clear between between the two type 2 energy and the type 4. So if you're preparing a class to teach people, you're of course wanting to have knowledge so that you're able to deliver be successful in the teaching. But I would suspect for you, you're going to wait a little. You're going to be a little more concerned about the experience of the audience, and they're very comfortable and they feel supported and.
And I want to be comfortable too
Yes.
as I'm doing it.
Yes. And I would suspect that then your experience would be more about being an authority on the subject, having people having confidence in you. And so see how the focus is a little bit different in why detail, the details that you're being educated by or informed by serve just a slightly different function.
And it's also, I feel, a sense of responsibility too, to make sure that I'm supplying
Playing that
everyone
role.
I'm playing the role, but also supplying them with all the information I can possibly offer them. And they
That's
help
great.
along the way.
Well, I've learned some things today. Thank you, ladies. It's always I love energy profiling. Has a lot of depth and breadth to helping us understand our human nature more correctly, so that we can honor ourselves and honor other people. And we'll see you on the next video when we talk about the natural gift of type 3s, which is to bring things into action, which for a lot of people says, yeah, I make a lot of to-do lists. That seems to fall into that. I'm like,
Let's move this.
yeah, not like us. So we'll catch you on the type 3 video.